Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. Woo. It is Thursday, November 9th, and you are joining us here in the beautiful Woodland Hills Community Church in Woodland Hills, California. It is just getting chilly. It's a little windy. I love it. It's not raining, which I would like it to be raining. I'm not a weather person, so I'm just giving you my opinion on the climate. It's really nice, but the allergies are really flaring up. So I hope you guys are enjoying the cooler weather, but I hope you've got some Allegra or Zyrtec or whatever it is that you prefer. All right, we have a beautiful audience today. We have a lot of really wonderful performers. We've got some Thursday Night Live favorites, so it's going to be a really good evening. I am going to go ahead and welcome our first performer. His name is Alan. He brought his dog. I don't know if the dog is going to perform with him, but I invited him to perform. He's wearing a very cute sweater. I don't know if Alan's ready, but I'm going to keep on talking. Oh, well, let's meet this dog that I don't actually know the name of. So, this is Cooper. He is adorable. He's wearing a fox sweater. I don't know if the camera can. Oh, yep, we see his behind. Cooper, you're adorable. You have 2 sets of ears. Oh my gosh. All right, me and Cooper are going to hang out all show, and you guys can host yourselves. All right, well, I will let Alan take it away. He is going to be playing a song called Onward.
Testing. Oh, I got to use this little button, I think. Hello. Well, here's a tune that I wrote, and I fully intended to do this at Kitty's memorial. And it turned out that we were up in Nevada City, 700 miles away, and couldn't do it. So we'll start off with a more somber song. Yeah? This is called Onward and Upward. Destination, always falling behind. The storm keeps on threatening, clouds darken the sky. Feeling lost and forsaken, with our references gone. Though it's dark as a night, there's a flicker of light, it beckons us on. Yes, it beckons us on. It leads us onward and upward, ever into the blue. Lift us out of these dark clouds to where the sun's breaking through. There's a brighter tomorrow at the end of today. So we go onward and upward, holding on to our faith. When the news that they bring you is too heavy to bear, it's beyond comprehension, hardly seems fair. We must keep on believing, holding on to our faith. Help us rise above on the wings of your love, the light of your grace. The light of your grace, lead us onward and upward, ever into the blue. Lift lift us out of these dark clouds to where the sun's breaking through. 'Cause there's a brighter tomorrow at the end of today. So we go onward and upward, holding on to our faith. Kind words can be a solace, and time can ease the pain, as we look to the one who can guide our hearts through the journey that remains. 'Cause there's a brighter tomorrow at the end of today. So we go onward and upward, ever onward and upward.
Thank you, Alan, for starting us off. That was a great kickoff to our evening. Alan requests to go early in the evening because he leaves and goes to another open mic event. He brought to my attention that it would be really nice if we had a juggler. So, because he's juggling the evening, you know, there's the connection. But so this is an open call to anyone who has juggling talent, or I was thinking, has a desire to develop juggling talents. Because one of my favorite things about Thursday Night Live is sometimes, you know, people have the courage to come up here and sing, and maybe they're a little nervous, and maybe, you know, they need some more practice, and they come up here and they sing, and the next week they come back, and next week they come back, and before long, they're up here just blowing us all away. So, if anybody has some juggling desires, come up here, try it out, come back the next week, in like a month, you're gonna be a pro juggler. Okay, that's my pitch for a juggler. All right, next I'm gonna call to the stage Evie. I think Evie is behind this very bright light. All right, Evie, come on up. Hi. Hi, woo! Woo!
every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I've loved you for 1,000 years. I'll love you for 1,000 more. I've
Thank you, Evie. Man, with the amount of songs that you have in your head and in your repertoire that you can just pull, I cannot believe that you could just do any of them without notes. That is incredible. So thank you for performing again, Evie. I love that song. All right, I left my notes over there, but it doesn't really matter. Today, I looked up what today is because that is interesting sometimes. And I learned that today is National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. So not just fried chicken day, I had fried chicken for dinner. And when I say that, I mean I bought fried chicken and I gave it to my family and then I stole one piece and I came here. So, but it wasn't on a sandwich, so I was very close. But maybe anyone else enjoyed a fried chicken sandwich. So that was today. All right, next up we are going to welcome our favorite Thursday Night Live Zoomer. Lake is going to come join us. And she is another person who has an amazing repertoire of songs in her head. So come on, Lake.
Okay, now I look even worse. I can't get the light to work, and I don't know if the flashlight makes it worse or better or what. Now, maybe it makes it worse. The song that I want to sing tonight is called Blues in the Night. My mama done told me when I was in pigtails. My mama done told me, hon, a man's gonna sweet talk and give you the big eye. But when the sweet talking's done, a man is a two-face, a worrisome thing who'll leave you to sing the blues in the night. Now the rains are falling here, the train a calling, woo-wee. My mama done told me, hear that lonesome whistle blowing across the trestle, woo-wee. My mama done told me, a woo-wee to woo-wee, oh clickety-clacks are echoing back the blues in the night. Ooh, ooh. From Madras to Mobile, from Memphis to St. Joe, wherever the four winds blow. I've been through some big towns and heard me some big talk, but there is one thing I know. A man is a two-face, a worrisome thing who'll leave you to sing the blues in the night. Ooh, ooh, my mama was right. There's blues in the night. Thank you.
Thank you, Lake. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we couldn't see your face, but really it kind of went with your song, Blues in the Night. So I will help you troubleshoot that light before next week, because unless you've got a whole bunch more nighttime songs, I think we want to see your beautiful face again. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have had a crazy busy week like I have, but I'm assuming that you have, because everyone that I've talked to has also felt like this week is just like many weeks wrapped up into one. So I was writing a message today, and I said, like, I hope that everyone is taking a moment or two and catching your breath, and I'm not doing that, but taking that moment and thinking of things that you're grateful for. And I know it's a very cliche thing to say, but sometimes when you hear just like a really simple cliche thing at the right time, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do that. So there are a few things that I'm grateful for, and I'm going to let you guys know a couple of them. First thing, the heat in the chapel is fixed. Yay! Hooray, we had Jay come out and he installed a remote thermostat, so now we have control over the temperature in there once again, which seems like a small thing, but when you're at a 9 a.m. yoga class and it's freezing, you really wish that the heat would work. So now there will be no more cold yoga, no more cold meetings in the morning, so I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful to KTLA 5 for coming out and doing an interview with us last week. It got a lot of it brought in a lot of support from the community. We had a lot of phone calls and emails, just people saying like, oh, sympathy and an outpouring of love. Not really any like tips or leads or anything, but it's okay, because we really just love to see that the community appreciates us here and they're feeling a connection to us. And I think we had some new attendees to church because of it too. So that's a great thing. So thank you to KTLA for doing that. And then my segue into our next act, I want to thank Brian and Lucy, because they took down our rainbow sign and they're taking it home and repairing it, and we're going to put it back up. And I saw a picture of Lucy painting over the graffiti on the wall, so the front of Harder Hall looks beautiful again. Thank you so much, you guys. So now we are going to welcome to the stage Brian and Lucy to perform.
I got that song. That's a good song, Luke. All right, you ready? So this is Hey Ho. I don't know if I'm gonna do the hays and the hoes. We just started learning. This on Monday, and so we'll try. We're gonna play it, and we'll see how it goes. Hey.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show my family all the blood that I would bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong. I can write a song. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I don't think you're right for him. Look at what it might have been if you took a bus to Chinatown. If you've been standing on Canal and Bowery, standing next to me. I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, and my sweetheart. And love, we need it now. Let's hope for some, 'cause oh, we're bleeding now. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart.
you guys have only been practicing that since Monday? Oh my gosh, these superpowers you guys have. It's amazing. Okay, that was awesome. That was super awesome. I'm going to show that to my kids when I get home because they were very bummed to miss it in person, but they are very excited to see the video, which I took also for your mom. Okay, so let's see. I feel like there was something else that I was going to mention. Oh, before we go on, nope, that was all I was going to mention. I'm sorry, Larry, I got confused. All right, so next up we have Larry on the piano. Larry is going to be performing a song called I'll Buy That Dream. Did I get it right? Okay, thank you, Larry. Take it away. Thank you, Larry. I didn't want that to end. That was so good. We're so lucky here to have so many talented performers and piano players specifically. I know that Wayne sent out an email earlier this week saying, hey, I'm summarizing, but I don't want to wear my fingers out before my concert on Saturday, so I'm not playing the piano with most of you. No, it was much more professional than what I just said. That's my own words. So I'm just so grateful that we have so many talented performers willing to share their skills. But this is a good time for me to mention, I know you guys all know, but maybe there's some new people watching at home. We are having a wonderful concert this Saturday. It will be Mr. Wayne Wilkins, and he will be performing. Yes, a round of applause. Woo! His solo, what is it? What do you call it? It's not a group, it's a project. Is called Aurelius, so it's going to be piano music, and we're expecting a really good turnout, but we have decided that we've got a lot of people who like to do things last minute and like to make some last minute plans, so instead of closing the box office, we've created a concert only ticket. So if you have not bought a ticket and you've got nothing to do and you want to join us, you can see me at the door at 7:45, and I will sell you a ticket to come in and watch the show. So you will still get to enjoy the entire performance, you just won't get wine and appetizers, so that's all right. But anybody who would like to join us but has not already purchased a ticket, I will be out there, out front, smiling to greet you. Okay, what else was I going to say? The next up person is, oh, all right, next up is Fia. Fia, come on up. While Fia's coming up, I have a little this just in news info. So another thing that we're grateful for after the outpouring of support and a couple questions from the community, like what can we do to help? Sarah and Brian set up a page on our WHCC.give app for community donations specifically targeted at securing our campus. And so far we've received $795 just from the community, from generous people. So anybody who's watching at home, thank you so much. And that link will remain open for future projects. So Fia, come on up, it's your turn.
Hello. I'll be performing an original tonight. She doesn't have a name yet, but I hope we do good. Loving you is easy, leaving you is hard. Knowing you completely, sharing all our scars. I will always love you like the river never stops its flow. I hope that you think of me as someone that you loved so long ago. You felt like home. I hope you know. Growing up was scary, knowing you was kind, sweeter than a cherry, bitter like a wine. I will always think of you lying down underneath the stars. Make believe in tennis shoes, holding hands, playing in the yard. And I walked through hell because I hated watching you burn, never returned. And you sat in hell because the fire kept you warm. And now I'm mourn. You were a match to flame. You needed rain and fire, and I was the storm. I love you.
Thank you, Fia. That was beautiful. Do you keep just writing these? You just go home. I sang that one already. Time to write a new one. That's awesome. You're so talented. Thank you for sharing that with us. I know earlier I was talking about how busy this week is and how I feel like it's probably been busy for a lot of people because I've definitely heard that sentiment. So I was feeling overwhelmed this morning. And I had a lot on my plate, and I've had a lot on my plate every day this week. And then slowly through the days, things started getting done, and I could check them off my list. But I was still sort of feeling overwhelmed. And I was sitting here with the heating and air conditioning guy while he was fixing it, and I was texting with a friend. And mid-conversation, she stopped and she texted me, 3:33, make a wish. And I don't know if you guys are superstitious like that. To quote my favorite show, I'm not superstitious, I'm just a little stitious. If you guys know what that one, thank you very much. So at that moment, I made my vague wish, and I was like, oh, okay, everything's gonna be better. I don't know if it was, but I went about my day. We went grocery shopping. I brought my two little girls, and usually the girls take their shoes off in the car, and then they go in the house. So this night, we got home from grocery shopping, had a whole trunk of stuff to load in. I took the first load in, I walk in the house, I'm walking back out, and I look down on the ground, and in my laundry room that you have to walk through, there is a squished scorpion. And it was freshly squished, like a warm, squished scorpion. Someone, myself, Stella, or Ruby, had walked into the house and stepped on this scorpion. The girls that evening had not taken their shoes off. So they walked in with their shoes on. And I thought, that must have been my wish. So nobody got stung by a scorpion, and I picked it up and threw it in the trash. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that makes a little sense. Maybe it makes no sense. But nobody got stung. The end. Okay, so moving right along, I have got Gracie coming up. Gracie is going to be singing a beautiful song. I think it's one that Lucy has sung before, and I love to hear everyone sing it. Do you know Did you guys join in? Oh, good. I couldn't hear because I was hearing my own voice in my ears, so that was terrible. I shouldn't have joined in. But I'm glad that I love that song. That's so beautiful. Okay, we are doing great on time, which I love, but it gives me a lot more time to ramble, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna bring up next, Fraser Takes 5. So we are going to have the part of our evening, which is an interview. So Andrea has chosen as her interview subject this colorful character over here. I will let her introduce herself.
Since we have a little time, I'm just going to say really quick, we'll take 30 seconds. This is what, excuse me. Okay, so I would like to riff about what you just said about stepping on the scorpion, and that we all have pain. It's been a really tough, let's face it, the past week, 2 weeks, it's been rough. And so totally validating what everybody's going through, 100%. But I also know that I have learned that we really only are in this moment. Like, that's it. So when I'm feeling overwhelmed, usually it's because I'm bringing in stuff from the past, or I'm thinking about the future instead of being like right here. And so I try to remember that, and then I try to root myself in gratitude, because it's really hard to be in a ton of fear when you're in gratitude. And if you say, oh, well, you know, I have nothing to be grateful for, I would say dig a little deeper. Like, I can, and, you know, you were just telling us that, right? Like, I'm grateful to have my daughter here, my husband, this garden, new friends, all that kind of stuff. And I do what's called the but luckily theory, which is, I'm going to use you as an example, okay? The but luckily. It's Emily and it's Thursday and I'm so tired, but luckily I have gas in my car. Oh, I'm in my car, I'm driving the kids to school, they can't stop talking, but luckily they're healthy. I don't feel like food shopping, but luckily I have money in the bank. You know what I'm saying? I'm not picking on you, you know. So it really grounds me to realize that it's not that things aren't bad sometimes, they are, but it's usually when I put in judgment and when I stay right where I am. Oh, I forgot you were even here with my daughter. Everything's okay. All right, we're out. So that's your but luckily theory for the day. Thank you so much. Woo! Thank you so much. Okay. This is Fia Paventi, and can I tell them your name? She was born Sophia, hence the name Fia. A lot of people don't know that. Sophia Marie Fraser Paventi. She has 4 names because I pushed her out of me and she deserved to have my maiden name. That's why she has that. Okay, Fia, tell us your church background.
So I used to go to a much larger mega church with my mom until one day we just decided that it wasn't for us. And so Mom had a wonderful story, I'm sure she will share one day, where she revisited the church that she used to go to as a kid. She used to live right next door and do choir rehearsals and musical rehearsals right on the stage. And so she revisited it, and then she roped me into it, and now I'm here.
And is it true that you scoot up just a tiny bit? There you go. I don't want to overshadow you. Is it true that you worked at the nursery school last year?
I did. I worked at the nursery school for the entire year last year. It was so much fun. I got to meet so many lovely young kiddos, including Emily's kid was there. I worked with the 2-year-olds and the 3-year-olds. I went by Miss Fia. I loved that job. I've been in school this semester, but I'd really love to work there more.
Awesome. Okay. Number 2, some of the vacations you've been on include camping in Rock Creek, Boston with your mother, and going to Italy with your father last summer or 2 summers ago. Would you like to just touch on some highlights?
Yes. So I actually got to go to Italy with my lovely father, James Anthony Paventi, right over here. I went with my choir at school. We spent 5 days. We got to go to Venice and then Florence and then Rome, and we got to sing as a choir with my school along with a bunch of other choirs across the U.S. in a beautiful mass choir in all these cathedrals, including, Father, what is the name? St. Peter's Basilica. It's the largest Catholic church in the world. It is so stunning, so beautiful, and we got to sing in all these wonderful places. It was such a beautiful choral moment I will never forget.
And isn't it true that it was hotter than hell, but luckily you got to eat delicious food and you didn't complain?
We did. There were quite a few complainers on the trip because it was very warm, but luckily we got through it. It was awesome.
All right, what is your fantasy future? And I'm going to do a little side note. Mom, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll just get a really like a degree that's going to be really practical. And I said, oh my God, whatever you do, don't do that. Do something that makes you happy, and then the world will, God will roll out his red carpet for you. So do that. So what is your fantasy job? If you could do anything, tell us.
I would love to sing music and write music and perform music. It brings me a lot of joy.
And is it true that you would like to live in a tiny house?
That's also my second goal, is I want to convert a school bus or a motorhome into a tiny home and travel across the world and take over the world in this tiny house.
That's perfect. All right, I'm going to scoot this along, so it's getting about 5 minutes. So any good WHCC memory? Maybe like the garden with your father.
My favorite thing right now is my dad and I are taking care of this beautiful sanctuary garden every single week. It's so much fun. My dad loves it. And last week,
He likes it more than me.
this is my favorite memory because this is how it was written. We were sitting back there and we were eating El Pollo Loco, and we invited Joan in. I don't know where Joan is. Hi, Joan, because she was out there gardening, and she came in and had lunch with us. And then at one point, my mom goes, I love your necklace. And Joan was like, oh, you can have it. And she takes off this necklace and gives it to my mom. And I just thought that was so wonderful. And now she's wearing it. It's
It was
beautiful.
such a nice example. Emily, I like your diamond ring. That's so pretty. She didn't give it to me, but luckily I have my own diamond ring. Okay. Look, really quick, in 1 minute or less, here we go. Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Mountains.
Okay. Morning or evening person?
Evening.
Jeans or skirts?
I have a really hard time shopping for both because I'm tall, so skirts.
Okay. Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas.
Who do you think you look more like, your mother or your father?
Both.
True. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you for that 5+ minutes of entertainment. I enjoyed that thoroughly. I'm going to take 2 things away from that. I'm going to compliment things that I want on people. I'm kidding, I already do that. And then I'm going to do the but luckily. And in my mind, that has 2 T's, but luckily. All right, sorry, there we go. My humor is slipping out. Okay, we are gonna move on. We have one more performer, and before we bring him up, I wanna thank, as always, which I am so grateful for, Amici's for donating pizza tonight. If you guys don't know, Amici's is just right over there on Topanga and Dumetz. It's really good pizza. It's I believe it's a family-owned business. Is it? I feel like it is. It's a local business, so that's good enough. I don't want to say it's family if it's not a family. But anyway, they're great. They donate to us. We love them. So anytime you're in need of pizza and it's not Thursday night, consider getting it from Amici's as well. With that being said, let's bring Brian to the stage. All right, Brian.
Oh, thank you. My mom would be very appreciative. Thank you. All right, y'all. So I'm going to sing a very, to me, one of the greatest songs ever written. Song by Miss Bonnie Raitt. I Can't Make You Love Me. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me and tell me no lies. Just hold me close and don't patronize. Don't patronize. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I won't give up this fight, oh, 'cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. Oh, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. Oh, and thank you for hiding my drawers. Thank you so much for hiding my underwear.
It's a team effort up here. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. That was beautiful. That is, that's a tearjerker of a song. Okay, that is our last performance for the evening. I want to remind everybody, though, the Aurelius concert is this Saturday. If any of you don't have tickets, which I think probably all of you have tickets, tell your friends. If they don't have a ticket, they can come see me at 7:45. Also, starting, I think on Sunday, Wayne, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be doing kids band. Youth band rehearsal is after service on Sunday. We're going to be rehearsing for the Christmas concert. The kids are going to be practicing songs, singing. If they play instruments, they're welcome to come. I'm not sure, is that right? Yeah, 11:30 and then probably about 40 minutes after that. All right, 11:30 and then stick around 40 for 11:30. to 12:10, and then there'll be band practice. So lots of musical rehearsing going on after service. And then also our Christmas pageant, which is being put on by Marshall, our children and youth minister. I think we'll be rehearsing Sunday afternoons. So it's going to be a jam-packed month of November in preparation for our Christmas concert and our Christmas pageant. So the kids are going to be having a lot of fun, and they're going to be working really hard, and hopefully you guys can come and join them and support them. And we're looking forward to a really, really fun December. So that is all that's on my list. Thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for coming out in this wind. Woohoo! And we will see you again next week. Bye.